Good morning students, welcome back in the e-learning platform of Shiksha Mandal GS College Commerce Wardha. I am Assistant Professor Manish Chauhan and in last lecture we have discussed the features of communication. Okay, so and today we would be discussing the features of effective communication. Okay, so communication is another thing and effective communication is very essential because communication it is essential, okay, and everybody does it, but effective communication is something that is a skillful activity. Okay, so as yesterday's lecture we have mentioned that he who communicates is he who leads. Okay, so to be a leader you must possess the effective communication skill because effective communication involves a complete process. Okay, so feedback is essential, and in effective communication you will get a right feedback because the intended information goes in exact way, there is no misinterpretation as such, and that's why effective communication carries a weightage. Okay, so as I said that the success of any professionalism, success of any profession, for example if you want to become a manager, leader, teacher or any professional, it depends on the effective communication skill. Okay, and what is the difference between the communication versus effective communication is that the knowing the difference between the almost a right word and the right word amounts to being a just a communicator and an effective communicator. Okay, because you should know the difference between the almost right word and the right word. Okay, so the approximation should not be there. As I mentioned yesterday that handsome boy and beautiful girl. So okay, so the when you say a particular word for a girl you should not say handsome girl. Okay, because when you say handsome it carries information. Okay, the information can go, but it cannot be a effective communication as such. Okay, because you are just carrying the information, the person who receives it can understand it, but it is not considered as effective communication. Okay, so the communication is another aspect and effective communication is very essential to be a effective or effective person and to carry out the objective of particular organization. Okay, so this is something very essential. So as I mentioned that a right word is very essential, and then only you can say the effective communication has been done. So today we would be discussing the essentials of effective communication. Okay, so these are the you can also say that these are the characteristics of effective communication. Okay, so through these points one can communicate effectively. So first is that adequacy. For example, in any organization if you want to prepare certain things, or if you want to issue order, that information should be adequate. Okay, there should not be any for example that information should carry all the aspect of that activities. Okay, the employee, the superior should not feel that these points haven't been included in this particular chart, so that should be adequate, everything should be written in clear, then only the effective communication is possible. Okay, then it should be consistent. For example, in any organization communication is something that should happen on regular basis. It should not be like that today you are communicating and tomorrow there is a gap. If that is happening then it lacks the effective communication, because it should be consistent on regular basis and feedback should be collected on regular basis. Okay, so consistency should be there. And the third point would be striking proper time. Okay, so proper time should be there. It should not be like that within a 1 week you are issuing the orders and then suddenly you are there is too much gap. So it should not be done. Okay, there should be a proper time for the communication. Then use of proper medium. For example, for the communication there should be a proper written communication, oral communication, or if you want to carry out the activities, there should be a proper medium as such. For example, nowadays due to lockdown we are using the platform of YouTube. Okay, and this is a one way communication. It is just a communication. It is not considered as effective communication, because effective communication means you have to set a particular outcome, and that outcome should be fulfilled. Okay, and feedback should be taken into account, because nowadays, now like we are conducting the lecture, but the question answer session should not be there. Okay, the interactive session can be considered as the means of effective communication. Okay, so both the parties should be actively involved in the communication, and the feedback should be in a right way. Then only you can say the effective communication has been done. For example, the communication, for example, if nowadays what is there is that the misinterpretation, misunderstanding is the cause of ineffective communication. Okay, because for example, there is a no unification of sensibility. For example, if you want to convey something, but your expression is not matching that depth of thought, then the people will misinterpret you, because your emotion and expression should go hand in hand. Then you can be a effective communicator. For example, if you want to write something, okay, at that time you can collect maximum vocabulary, okay, and you can convince the people through your writing skill. So that is a different aspect. For example, for a particular person, Oliver Goldsmith, there was a quotation, because he spoke he spoke like a poor Tom, but wrote like an angel. Okay, so in writing, some of you may be good, okay, but in communication you lack the communication ability, and that's why you cannot convince the people. So this is something very essential, and as I mentioned that, and by practice you can enhance it, and by doing dedicated, by giving personal time, you can also acquire it. Okay, so this is very important. And then proper medium is essential. For example, if you want to convey any orders, so you can use a different platform. There can be a written communication as such. Okay, but written communication should also be effective. For example, yesterday we have taken one example where a teacher wanted to take a leave. Okay, and what he has written is that, sir, I want to go to my village to sell my land along with my wife. Okay, so that means what it carries meaning is that he wants to go to sell his land as well as wife. Okay, so that carries a different meaning altogether. So effective communication means you should be very well versed with the knowledge of writing as well. Okay, because as I said that punctuation also plays very important role. Okay, for example, yesterday also we have taken the example that kill him not, leave him. Okay, and if you place the comma, kill him, okay, and if you place comma there, then it carries a different meaning. Because, and also we have taken the example at the initial lecture, leaf is laid. Okay, leaf is laid carries a different meaning altogether, because leaf is laid is like something, when you understand the cultural background, leaf is laid is something that means that food is served. Okay, and now you have to go to take a lunch, breakfast, anything. Okay, it is not that leaf is laid is something that leaf is there and you have to take it, that leaf. Okay, so you cannot go that level. Okay, so this is something that you should understand it. Even the non-verbal communication plays a vital role. Okay, even if the person is not uttering a single sentence, it carries a different meaning altogether. Okay, so the gestures, the body language also suggest something. So this all comes in the effective communication. Okay, and if you mastered these, the effective, the skills of effective communication, you can excel in all walks of life. Okay, so this is essential. And as I mentioned that non-verbal communication also plays very vital role in communication, especially with respect to effective communication. Then the mutuality of interest plays a very important role, because when you communicate with somebody, the mutuality of interest should be there. It is not like that A person is interested in B person, but B person is not interested in A person. Okay, for example, what will happen in that particular context? B person will think about different activities. Okay, and he will not respond that person in an exact way. So you can say that the communication gap is there, and the person is not interested. Okay, so even if, for example, I am conducting a lecture, okay, some of you, those who really want to enhance their communication skill, will listen it. Okay, will revise this session again and again, because they are interested in it. Okay, and for example, if some of you do not like a particular subject, especially English, so they will try to avoid it, so there won't be any effective communication. Okay, because communication and effective communication is very different. In effective communication, whatever the objective that has been decided by a particular organization, that should be fulfilled, then only the effective communication has been done. Because effective communication is a successful communication, and successful communication depends on the response of that particular person. Okay, so the mutuality of interest should be there. For example, if the interested person is there, then there is a possibility that he will listen it carefully, and then there can be the possibility that there will be a effective communication as such. Okay, and the second aspect is that courtesy. So when you are in a formal setting or in any organizational setup, it is mandatory requirement for you to be because what we say is that courtesy costs nothing but gains everything. Okay, so if you are humble, okay, if your orders are like very in a formal setup, but in a very good language, so it will gains the confidence of everything. Okay, so this is something essential. Then continuity is essential, because in effective communication, or when we say, for example, if you want to strengthen the relationship within the organization, within informal setting as well, there should be continuity. Okay, the communication gap will obviously damage your relationship. Okay, so it is obligatory for any organization. Okay, then proper distribution in terms of any communication in for example, in formal setup, there should be proper distribution of mails, orders, okay, proposals. Okay, they should be properly distributed within the organization. Clear? Then a review is something very essential in when you talk about effective communication. Okay, what does this word suggest is that review is feedback. Okay, review is something feedback, because when you review for example, any organization, okay, has been actively involved in the social setup. Okay, so the review of that particular stakeholders is essential. Okay, when you see a particular movie, we have review, okay, and we generally what we generally follow is that generally we listen the review of the person, okay, and then we decide that whether we should go for that particular movie or not, okay, because review will tell you that, okay, if somebody will say that, okay, it deserve to be a blockbuster movie, then obviously you will give a proper time, okay. So it is applicable in organizational setup as well, because on the basis of your feedback or review, you can create your brand value, okay. So you can create the image. So for effective communication, feedback and review and response is very essential, okay. So these, when you analyze these aspects, no, you will get to know that we are communicating, okay, but the feedback, no, we are not taking into account. And when you think that the feedback is there, okay, and when you say that I am a good person, it is not that you are stating it, the people should tell you on your back is that really that he is a good person. So that review is something very essential, clear. Then to be a good in any organization, effective communication is possible with the help of employees, okay. If the employees are trained, okay, if they know how to write the emails, okay, how to write the agendas, okay, how to because that language is something very different, okay. So that diction is completely different. When you see a formal setup, for example, lawyers have different language altogether, teachers have their own language, for example, when author writes, when literature background is there, then they possess a different language, because that setup is like that is a structural setup, okay. So as per that structure you will have to write it down, okay, because in formal setting you cannot write any informal sentences as such, okay. So and if the employees are trained to that way, then there can be the possibility that the effective communication will be possible, okay. So these are the features of effective communication, okay. So as I mentioned that the effective communication is something that will decide your efficiency, okay. The efficiency of organization will depend on effective communication. So this we have discussed, and now in communication, as far as this unit is concerned, we have almost covered all the topics, okay. So officially today we can announce that now the communication has been done, okay. After 2-3 days I will be providing you the notes related to this topic, but I would suggest you to watch YouTube videos, okay, and I have explained you in detail, okay. So when you watch it, and for example if you are preparing your own notes by listening to my videos, you need not to go refer any books, because we have discussed everything in detail, okay. And as per as your creativity you can add something to it, okay, because you should not be a very rigid as far as this unit is concerned. It carries 16 marks, but you should not be very rigid while using any particular books, okay. So you can analyze it and you can also write your own sentences, okay. So the way you understand it, you can write it down, okay. So thank you students. In next lecture we will start the next unit.